let's talk about the e-collar that I use most of the time, okay? I'm very, very simple. I don't use a lot of gadgets, a lot of toys. I keep things really simple. This Mini Educator by e-collar Technologies, this is what I use for almost all of my clients. There's been less than 2 or 3 times where I've gotten a more powerful e-collar, right? I think if most people thinking they need more power, probably just need more training, okay? And I could tell you, I work with a lot of police dogs, I work with a lot of sport dogs, and I think there's only been once or twice in my life where I've gone to a more powerful e-collar, and they were both with pet dogs that were way too big, way too powerful, and too much with elderly clients, right? That is the only reason I've ever done that. So this is the e-collar I use almost exclusively. Now, one of the biggest issues we have with e-collar work is making good, consistent contact. Making poor contact is a killer. That makes everything very difficult, right? So one of the biggest issues with the average pet dog owner, what you'll see is if they don't have good instruction, they'll put a collar on their dog, whether it be an underground fence or an e-collar, and you see the thing just hanging there loose, right? If you ask them to move it, they could just spin it around the neck. Well, what's happening there is you're not going to make contact with the contact points. And when people start searching for the level that the dog starts feeling, they're getting nothing. They're getting nothing. They're going higher. They're getting nothing. Then all of a sudden, it makes contact because the dog moves and you blast the dog off the ground. You don't want to start off that way, right? So making very good contact is essential. You have to, and it has to be consistent. These days, these contact points here, these wings, I almost only use these. I rarely use regular contact points anymore, unless you have like a Doberman or a Pitty or a German Shorthair point or something with a slick coat. These wings are a game changer when it comes for making consistent contact, like big time. If you have like a German Shepherd or a Husky or a Golden Retriever, a lot of these doodles, and you're trying to utilize regular contact points, man, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. You're not going to make consistent contact, and people are going to struggle in the training, and the dog's going to lose every time. But for the past few years now, I use these exclusively. So even though I have a Doberman with me right now, I do have another collar that has regular contact points that I could definitely get away with him. I still just use these, all right? This collar is simple. They last me a long time. I never have problems. One of the things I like most about it is I love the light. I don't need a ton of features. I'm too simple. I don't want all this fancy stuff because I struggle enough with the simple things, right? The other thing that I do like, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't utilize it much for clients, is the boost button, right? Meaning whatever your e-collar is set on, you could set this red button to a different level, more of like an emergency level in case your dog takes off and goes after a deer or something. I'm not a huge fan of it anymore. I once was, but what I found was, again, everything I do is geared toward the person with the least amount of handling skills, right? The dog owner with the least amount of handling skills. What I found is everybody hits that button by accident. So I try to avoid it if possible. Again, I make things as easy as possible. And so I would rather prepare them to understand by the time they let their dog off leash where the e-collar should be set anyway, all right? But it's a very basic collar, very consistent, and I just never had any issues with it. The battery life lasts a long time. It goes from 0 to 100. If you're working up around 100, we probably have to change some things, right? There's very, very rarely any need to do that. You're usually going to be down on the lower levels. But again, basic, simple, but very consistent. This is my e-collar of choice.